I'm Carol, and I'm doing body modification for this semester. I started the year not really knowing what I wanted to do. I chose etiquette at the retreat because because I felt pressured. We only had a few hours to make the decision, but I guess I chose what I wanted to pick, what I wanted to investigate, and I wasn't completely satisfied, but it was something I was interested in at least. I spent some of the time in the fall floundering, but eventually I read some books and articles that told me how etiquette had changed in the 20th century. And unfortunately, there wasn't that much to work with. The authors had a difficult time defining etiquette, and so did I. Eventually, I found that there were a bunch of different competing definitions of etiquette, but what I got from the research was that etiquette basically declined, or at least in the United States, and that was both the short and long answers, which was a problem for investigations. In the beginning of this semester, though, I talked to people in the house about how my investigations was going, and I explained to them that I kind of hit a wall. I basically learned what I was going to learn. I just there wasn't enough research, and there weren't enough articles, or it was just too hard to find. Um, and I think it was Veronica who actually pushed me to drop this topic and find another one, because she apparently made a similar mistake in a few years ago. I guess it took a week or two to find out a topic, and it was kind of the same vein as etiquette. It was I wanted to do something with expression and, well, mostly outward expression, I guess, because there's no other expression. But I wanted something about society and how society accepts different forms of expression, and I didn't really know specifically what I wanted to do because I knew that was way too broad. But one class period, I brought it up, and either Becky or Tony suggested body modification, and at first I just took it on as an alternative because I also had some other ideas and some other suggestions, but then I realized that body modification was something that I had been fascinated with for years. I always wanted a tattoo. I have pierced ears. I've always thought it was really interesting, if if not weird, that all these people were doing these things to their bodies. So I mean, what better way for me to, I guess, get initiated or get more immersed than to take this on as a project. Um, I I mean, I found a lot of things. I found uh, I think it was 20 articles. I found 2 books, which I have. Um, I found I watched a TV documentary, um, and a lot of other random bits of information about how body modification is viewed, how it has changed, the reasons behind it. Um, a lot of information. I was overloaded, and it took until 2 days ago for me to go through, well, to satisfactorily go through everything, um, at least for the purposes of this project. But I'm definitely going to be researching more on my own. There's actually a book that I ordered last night. I know there's a movie coming out in July about body modification and other body rituals. There's one movie that came out in 1979, I think, about body modification, same thing. It's by, well, it features one of the most influential people. I talk about him in my project. You'll see some video about that, or some text, whatever. And I mean, I'm definitely going to continue doing this. Everything I researched led me to more things to research. It gave me more interest. It sparked more enthusiasm. So it was just kind of like a loop, and I kept finding more things to read, to watch, to look at, whatever. I tried to cut it down, but that didn't really work. I guess that's one of my regrets. I didn't plan this out very well. I wasn't expecting to be swamped with information, but I was, and I'm still glad how it turned out. I'm gonna continue working on everything. Like I said, I'm gonna continue researching. I'm gonna continue everything that I've been doing, and yeah. I guess my only other regret is not really talking to other people about it, not involving others, and not really working in groups. We kind of tried that, but it didn't really work. But I'm definitely going to try to do that over the summer, especially because I have all this information, and I'm going to be reading more books. I'm going to be watching some movies. Yeah. Well, I guess for now, just enjoy what I've compiled so far. And I'll be working on this more, so if you want, please talk to me.